Good evening, race fans, and welcome to the Diet Dr. Pepper All-Star Race. This weekend has actually consisted of two races, the first of which being an open qualifier, which just took place a little bit ago. Here's some of what that looked like. Well, if that isn't enough to get you excited for a race, I don't know what it is. Let's take a look through the field while they're on the parade lap here. And as they come to the line, let's turn it up. As we look through the fog, we may have a battle for the lead. Alexander Stoker to the outside. Clears him. We have a new leader, Alexander Stoker. As we came out of the Turn It Up segment there, going to say you have to think, coming into this race, that Colton is probably the favorite. Given his performance through the season, just kind of dominated via race performance. But it looks like he has a battle on his hands here. Our new leader, Alexander Stoker, quite the contender. He's always quick. He's had some bad luck through the regular season, though. Not every race. That clean air appears to be treating Alexander right. And now we're in car here with Sean Trim, watching the battle for second. And you know, I thought I heard it before, and I definitely heard it just now. I believe Colton is clutching in the corners. I'm not sure if this is a fuel-saving tactic or possibly tire-saving. We do have a mandatory caution on lap 45, so the fuel savings may be in vain. Will Sean get a run? Looking on the outside. Being very polite to Colton here. If you pull your car up right behind the one in front of you, you'll create an aero condition that just makes the car in front of you incredibly loose. And it looks to be there's a little bit of etiquette going on here where Sean is not riding directly behind Colton. But he also doesn't look to have a run as of yet. Sean to the outside. And Colton backs it off. Slightly higher line appears to be working here early. First we saw Stoker on the outside, and now Sean. Seems to have worked out for both of them. And they are well on their way. The fog is thick. You've got to wonder if this is giving the drivers visibility issues. Per the forecast, it's supposed to burn off a little bit later and turn into a beautiful night. Nick King on the outside taking a look as well. Is Colton still clutching? He is dropping like a rock. Nick King makes the pass. Assumes third. The top three continue to pull away. Can they maintain it? Tire wear here is going to be absolutely crucial. They may be banking on cautions. We saw in the open qualifier race that it's easy for incidents to occur. So far we've been clean here, but it would be a pretty safe bet that there could be issues later here. And you can hear that 36 car is still clutching. Sean's lost some ground. Is everything okay? That high line may have taken its toll. But he seems to have everything in order. Out of the distance there, you can see Stoker is gone. Continuing to put distance on the rest of the pack here. Let's take a look back through the rest of the field and see how everyone else is faring. We've got justinkrizenesky holding his own. We all know Justin's fast. When is it going to show? It's coming. We all know it. Running a good, clean race so far. All fenders intact. Ooh, Sean gets a little loose out in front of him. In sixth place, we have SageCallahan. Another tough contender. Riding in mid-pack here with a solid showing. But is Warren creeping up? Warren is one to watch as the race drags on. If tire management is the name of the game, Warren could be there at the end. Behind Warren, we've got Jake Martins. One of the transfers from the Open qualifier. In a battle brewing here towards the back of the field, we've got Chad Douglas and Matthew Pearson side by side. Let's take a watch. It stands to reason there should be some close racing between the fellas that transferred in. Pace-wise, they're probably pretty close to one another. But it looks like for now, Matthew's gotten the job done. Back to our leader, Alexander Stoker. He is still out there a ways. Starting to look like he may just have this figured out. There's a little purple car behind Alexander here that may have something to say about it. Is Colton closing? Did Colton's crew chief call him up and let him know that he's good on fuel? I believe we're still hearing the clicking, so whether that's fuel savings or tire savings, it is still taking place. Great example of it there. Even with that being the case, he does appear to be closing on our leader. We could have a battle brewing here in a lap or two. Gap is shrinking. Can Stoker hang on? We've all seen his pace on the short run. He has roughly 13 laps he needs to hold this lead. Then a fresh set of tires and he can do it again. Starting to look as though Colton is going to say no. Here comes Colton on the inside. side by side down the backstretch into turn 3. It looks like Colton will clear Stoker. But there's a third car in the conversation now. Apologies, technical difficulties there. So Stoker appears to have lost pace, and now Justin is closing in as well, pulling around on the outside. And Justin clears him going into the back straight. Now the question becomes, does Justin have the pace to track down Colton? And as the fog lifts, we get a beautiful sunset here in Charlotte. Justin does appear to be closing. The gap just dropped under 1.2 seconds. We're going to keep our focus here for the time being. Will the changing weather affect how these cars handle? Are we going to see the same cars with the advantage? We've got a fairly dominant top 3. There in frame, we do see Warren has crept up to 4th. As we mentioned before, when tire savings is the name of the game, there comes Warren. Five laps to go until our competition caution. The race has been immaculate up to this point. Clean driving by all involved. Let's take a peek back at Stoker and see if there's a battle shaping up. Is Warren reeling him in? Our top four seem to be pretty well sorted coming into the competition caution. What will pit stops do to this field? The caution is out. All the cars will catch the pace car here, and I assume everyone will be making a stop. And we join our current and former leader as he gets it down to pace speed. We should see every car duck in the pits here. Keeping it tucked up on one another as close as they can. See if there's anything to be gained on pit lane. We saw a couple stay out there. And here they come, the race off pit road. Looks like Colton will maintain. Positions are relatively unchanged. Getting word now, believe the two cars that stayed out may have already pitted. Some slight miscommunication. There was only one additional set of tires in the box, so there was really no point in them coming back down for more. And they'll take the wave around, get their lap back. So here we are again, a familiar face leading the pack. 15 laps to decide it. We will be double file for this restart, so it'll be Colton on the inside, but Justin on his outside. I'd imagine we'll be seeing all these guys have on this restart. Let's turn it up again as they come. And it looks like Colton got a great start. He was able to build a gap early here. We'll see if he can hang on to it. The gap appears to be staying pretty consistent. No more clutching out of Colton here. It is time to go. Battle brewing for second. The gap appears to be holding here as well. Let's take a look a little further back. A little hornet's nest forming here for fourth place on. We've got Sage, Warren, Matthew, Chad all fighting. As the cars continue to string out, it seems positions are being decided. We've got Colton with a commanding lead, followed by Justin. Stoker is hanging on in third. Does anyone have anything in these last few laps? A little extra to give. It'll be 5 to go when they cross the line. again, we watch as our leader, Colton Tyndall, stretches it out. He looks to bring it home. Two to go this time by. It would appear at this point, Colton just needs to keep his car pointed in the right direction, and he's got it in the bag. But stranger things have happened. White flag this time by. One more set of corners to decide it. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Colton Tyndall will win the Diet Dr. Pepper All-Star Race. Congratulations to Colton and team, and well done all around. What an immaculate race. The only caution thrown was the mandatory at lap 45. What a job well done. And we'll see a little bit of celebration here out of Colton. And that'll do it for us. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. Again, Colton Tyndall brings it home. An amazing race. Thanks for watching, everyone, and we will catch you in the next one.